facing towards you. Oh, recording in progress. All right. So we're gonna wrap the thumb in towards the palm, and then when I do that, try to make like a little fist here. The fingers release, the thumb opens up, and we'll go back and forth like this. This one's a little bit more intense, so if this feels like too much, you can bend the elbows a little bit. You can also intensify it by shifting weight towards the thumb side of the hand. So the more I come forward, the more I can kind of get into that back side of the wrist where I can back out just a little bit. Nice. So go ahead and let the hand stay just like this. We'll warm up the elbows just a little. So I'm gonna let the elbows move out wide, and I'm gonna press down to the backs of the hands to come back towards extending. A few times, just like that. What's that cost? All right, awesome. One more time, we'll find our way back up. And then just come back to your neutral tabletop. Fingers facing forward, shoulders are stacked. We're gonna tuck the toes here. Try to keep the arms straight, and then just lift and hover the knees. So as you lift and hover the knees, draw the lower belly in towards the spine. Take a little length through the back of the neck, and then try to keep your hips square. Maybe we get light on the right fingertips. So I just kind of tent the fingers like this. If you like, you might reach that right arm forward. And what tends to happen is we spin open like this. So we're right away just trying to resist that rotation, feel strength. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down, and we'll reach that left arm up. Same idea, trying to fight to keep the hips square, reaching through that side body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Set the knees down. We'll set back onto the heels for a second, roll out the wrists. Nice. All right. So now we're going to build up on that. Bring the hands back so that they're underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes under, and we'll find a plank position. Just like this. Cool. So from here, I'm going to tent my right fingertips, maybe start to reach the right arm up. And as I reach the right arm up, I'm trying to keep my front right hip moving towards the inside of the left wrist. So we're not going to spill all the way open. We're just going to get to the kind of mid upper back here. One full breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. We switch our sides. So hips are square. That right arm is strong. And then just try to lift the left arm. Again, may not be exactly the same side to side. We're still thinking lower belly in. One deep breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Set the knees on the floor. Awesome. From here, moving into some cats and cows, working into the spine a little bit. So don't think about this one too much. Just lift the chest, lift the chin, and then round chin to chest, spine between the shoulder blades a couple of times like that. Good. Now, when you're ready, again, come back to neutral. And we'll work through this kind of hollow body positioning. So take your right leg, extend it straight back, and then just set the top of the foot on the floor. So I'm going to push the floor away with my arms. You can see I'm really trying to like protract the shoulders or move the spine in between the shoulder blades and draw my ribs in. So with those of you who've done like calisthenics work or gymnastic strength training, think like hollow body shape. And then I'm going to keep this and just engage into my glute and lift the leg without arching the back like this, right? So just notice how it's a little different to engage the glute than it is to flare the ribs. And you can lift and lower like that a couple of times. We'll go for another 3, 2, 1. Good. Now set the right knee down next to the left, and we'll switch it out. So same idea. Extend through that left leg. Set the top of the left foot down, and then use the force from that left foot and protraction of the shoulders to set your hollow shape a little bit. So I'll keep this and then just engage into the glute and try to lift the toes to the degree that it's available. We're still trying to keep the ribs in, navel to spine the whole time. Good. Another 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Left knee sits down next to the right. Last thing from our tabletop, we're back in that same shape. So take your right leg, extend it out. And now as I bring the leg up and overhead, I'm going to let my back arch. So it's like the foot is going to touch the back of the head. And you can move as dynamically as you like here. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But think like at the bottom, recommit to that hollow shape, bring it back up. Nice. Again, another 3, 2, 1. Switch your sides, same thing. That left leg extends, top of the foot's down, and we're just pulsing. Maybe one day the foot will touch the back of the head. That's not where I'm at today. Right. 3, 2, 1. Set the left foot down, tuck the toes under, walk the feet up, and we'll just find our way to stand here. Take your time to get there. All right. So real quick, I want to have us do sort of a Qigong inspired exercise to help us mobilize the rib cage a little bit. So a lot of what we did just now was focusing on stabilization. We're going to take the hands. You could think of this little like, almost like you were holding a little ball of energy right in front of the hips. So soften the knees a little bit, like a slight bend. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to try to keep the hips forward like we just did, but rotate the palms to the side like you're pushing a wall away from you. Nice. And then we'll come back through center and go right over to the other side. So just kind of find a rhythm that works for this with your breath. And whichever arm is on the bottom, maybe really focus on the push there. You might feel this in the back of the rib cage. So for me, when I move over to the right side, I have to think about pressing my right hip forward. That left arm reaches a little bit more. Opposite on the other side. Balance out your sides. When that feels good, we'll just come back through center. Stand up tall for a second. Just feel that energy moving around. Notice maybe you're able to take some deeper breaths. Awesome. Now we'll go ahead and blink the eyes open. You can keep the arms relaxed by the sides for this if you like. I'm just going to start to shift the weight forward and back into my toes and then into my heels. So obviously I don't want to go to a degree where I'm going to fall over. You can close the eyes if you like, but just start to find that center of balance in your body. The weight comes forward, you'll feel the toes engage, kind of bring you back. And then eventually this movement will start to get smaller and smaller as we continue to breathe. Good. Eventually we'll kind of find that spot in the middle, just stand still for a moment. Taking one round of breath, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let that go. Good. We'll take one sun salutation just to get back to down dog, and an inhale, lift both arms up and overhead, press down to the heels. And as you exhale, keep strengthening the legs, fold forward. On an inhale, we'll lengthen halfway, think chest reaching towards the top of your mat. And then on the exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back. We'll take one chaturanga here. So lowering down, high to the elbows. And then as you inhale, tops of the feet to the mat, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, we'll reach the hips up and back, find downward facing dog. Awesome. From your down dog, let's set the knees down for a moment, sit back onto the heels, and I'll break down this sequence for us real quick. So just so y'all have an idea of what to expect, I've got like two kind of continuous, a little bit more mobility focused flows. And I want to work through them 3 times. So I'll demo it for you so you know where we're going. We'll move through it once, kind of slow so you can feel it. Once breath to movement, so it's a little bit quicker, and then once on your own, so you have opportunities to add in, make it yours a little bit. Sound good? So the first bit of this, I'm in my downward facing dog. I'm going to lift a leg, my right leg. Actually, for sake of visual, I'm going to lift the left leg. So I'm coming forward here, left knee to left elbow. I'm going to get really light on my right fingertips. I may even hover my hand, so you can kind of play with this. From here, the outer edge of my right foot drops down, and I'm reaching my left foot back. So if we want support here, right, hand stays down. Then I come back forward, I'm going to drive down through my right foot, engage in my left lat, and pull this left knee into my left elbow. Okay? Left foot sets down. I'm going to rotate forward, long through the right side. So my right toes are reaching, my right arm is reaching, and I'm going to rise up into this kind of like warrior 3 type of movement. From here, I'm coming up. So left leg straightens, right knee draws in, and then we'll move it into a figure 4 shape. Cool. So that'll be the first sequence. We'll work through it once slowly, where I'll cue you through. Once, a little more like breath to movement, and then I'll give you an opportunity to do it once on your own on each side. Sound good? Rad. Let's do it. So let's all find our way into downward facing dog. Let the head, the neck, the shoulders relax for a second. And then on an inhale, bring your right leg up high. Good. As you exhale, draw your right knee forward towards your right elbow. Doesn't have to make contact, working in that direction. From here, you can tent the fingers. Maybe see how it feels to hover that left hand. We're back to that anti-rotation. Now drop your left heel to the floor. And then as far as you can, reach the right leg back. Right? It doesn't have to go all the way. You can kind of use the back of that left leg to support. And then we're using the left leg and the right arm to come back forward, right knee, right elbow. Awesome. From here, your right foot sets down. Reach the left arm forward, left leg back, like you're kind of playing a tug of war here. And we'll come up into this bent leg warrior 3 with extension. 1 breath in here. As you exhale, rise up, right leg straightens, left knee comes into the chest. That's it. Take a breath in to lift both arms up high. Now on your exhale, take the left ankle, cross it on top of the right thigh, and we'll start to sink the hips down. Good. So here you've got options, right? If this feels like enough of a challenge for the balance, stay right here. Some of you play with the arm balances, the twist. So twisting variation might be left elbow to the left foot. You could look over the right shoulder. You want the arm balance, it's the left foot on the right tricep. Just play with it. Good. On the inhale, we draw back through center. Pull your left knee into the chest, reach both arms high. Nice. Exhale, everything to the floor. Good stuff. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, work your way back to downward facing dog. Take your time. You can skip chaturangas. You can step right back. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Nice, good flow, Nate. Amazing. Cool. Once we're in our down dog, inhale, left leg reaches up. On the exhale, shift your left knee towards the left elbow. Good. Maybe you tent the fingertips, maybe you hover that right hand. And then drop the right heel down, reach the left leg back to the degree that you can. Stay strong in that left arm. Beautiful. Inhale, we draw forward, left knee to the left tricep, and then set that down. Good. From here, you can keep the left fingertips on the ground, reach the right toes back, reach the right arm out in front of you. We'll come up into this kind of bent leg warrior 3 variation. 1 deep breath in as you exhale, drive the left heel down, right knee comes up. Good. And then we're crossing that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Sink the hips down, flex the toes back. If you played with any variations on the first side, feel free to do that here. You can add the twist in, the arm balance. whatever feels good. Really nice. Next breath in, we'll draw back through center. Both arms reach up and overhead. And then exhale, everything relaxes. Good. So we'll move through that a little bit quicker. This time on an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, work your way back to downward facing dog. Let this be your arm. Good. Once we're here, inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale to draw your right knee to your right elbow. Good. Left fingertips can hover. Drop the left heel down. We exhale, reach that right leg back. Good. Now left leg drives in, use that right arm. We pull the right knee back to the right tricep. Set the foot down. And then inhale to extend the left arm, the left leg. Use the right fingertips to help you find this stability. One breath in here, and as you exhale, rise up, left knee into the chest. Good. Inhale, both arms extend up and overhead. Exhale, left ankle's on top of the right thigh. Hips sink down, your variation here. So if you're staying stable, think about the outer edge of your left knee towards the floor, steady gaze point. Really nice. Right heel presses down, inhale, left knee draws into the chest. Good. This time on the exhale, step your left foot back. We'll land in a high lunge, arms up and overhead. Good. One breath in here. Exhale, both hands come down, frame your right foot, step your right foot back, working through your chaturanga if you like, or just meeting us in upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Amazing. Moving to our left side, inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, shift it forward, left knee towards the left tricep. Option to hover the hand if you like. Drop the right heel down, reach the left leg back. Good. With some control, we way forward, left knee back to the left elbow. Set the foot down. Tent the fingers on the left hand as you reach the right arm forward. Think about creating a big reach to that right side of the body. And then left heel drives down. We inhale, right knee up and into the chest. Good. On your exhale, right ankle on top of the left thigh, your variation. Sink the hips down. Play with the arm balance. Right? If you want the arm balance, we want that right foot high up on the left tricep so that you can then extend through the left leg. Good. Left heel drives down. Inhale, right knee up and into the chest. And then exhale, lean forward, reach the right toes to the back of the mat. As they land, inhale, arms reach high. On your exhale, the hands come down, left foot steps back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Really nice. Once you make your way into downward facing dog, we're going to flow through that one more time as best you remember it. Feel free to add something in if you like. So starting with the right leg, flow through one time on your own, and then move right into the left side. If you don't remember the sequence, that's fine. Just make it something that suits what you're doing right now. Nice, Brandon. Nice and controlled on the way up, Natasha. That's great. The flying pigeons. This is, everybody's crushing it. When you finish the second side, whatever that looks like, we'll all meet in a child's pose, no rush. So good.
I'm dying over here. That escalated quickly.
Grab some water, man. You got it. Nice. All right, rad. Looks like everybody's found child's pose. Take a second, let your breath slow down. All right. So let's take a rock forward towards our tabletop position and then just walk the knees through. Take a little bit of a stretch break here before we move into our other sequence. So we're going to meet in a 90-90 position. My right leg is in front. My left leg is off to the side. And if this can be a challenging position to sit in on its own. So if that's the case, feel free to use the arms to support you either here or behind you. But I'm going to tent my fingers on the either side of my right leg, take a breath in, and then press down through your left shin and try to lift your right leg away from the floor. Good. Hold 1, 2, 3. Exhale, set it down. Now from here, my left foot, I'm going to try to bring the outer edge of that foot towards the floor and kind of open my hip like this. And then set that back down. So 2 more of each. Lift the right leg, cover the shin, set it down, and then roll to the outer edge of that foot or in that direction, right? Where this is a pretty big external rotation of the hip. Set it back down. Right leg lifts, hover, last time here. Set it down. Left foot rotates. Awesome. From here, we're just going to switch our sides. So bring that left foot out in front, slide the right knee back. Right. So same thing, I have my hands here for support. Take a breath in to lengthen up to the spine, and then on your exhale, lift and hover that left shin. Nice, set it right back down. Now we're rolling onto the outside of that right foot. Feel that little bit of rolling here, just like that. Back through. Good. Left shin hovers, engage. Set it down. Right leg lifts. Set it down. Good. More of each. Lift and hover. Set it down. Roll the outside of the foot. Set it down. Awesome. We extend the legs out in front of us. So we're working a little bit of elasticity in the hamstrings here. So what I want to have is legs together, and then really think about flexing your pinky toes back towards you here, and the heels are extending away from you. So already we have that big like flexion here. I'm going to flex the hands just like this. So palms are facing away from you, lock out through the arms, and then take a breath in, tall spine. On your exhale, fold forward, but reach forward with the hands, like you're trying to have the heel of the hand touch whatever's in front of you. And then from here, it's working with the breath to find a little pulse, just like I'm doing here. Keep that flexion in the fingers, like the fingernails are going to touch the forehead, and you're thinking your chest is going to touch the toes as you continue to flex pinky toes back. Good. Another 3, 2, 1. Really good. Nice and easy. Bring the hands in line with the hips. How we doing? Rad. All right. So this will probably be the most complicated movement we'll move through today, and then we'll get into our last flow. So I'll break it down first. I've got my hands in line with my hips, like right in line with the hip points. We're going to work through this one leg at a time. So I'm going to lift my left leg, point the toe, press down into my hands. Now see how my right heel is on the floor? I'm going to bend the knee, reach my leg out to the side, come up onto my toes. Heel comes back down. I'm returning to where I started. Okay. And it's the same thing on the other side. So right leg lifts up, press down. My left heel is on the floor. I bend the knee. I rotate my hip out, come up onto the toe, bring it back like that. Let's work through 3 of those on each side. And don't worry if you're doing it right. This is kind of one of those things that takes a bit to get smooth, but really good to work the rotation of the hips, stability in the leg. Nice, Brandon. Once you've done 3 or so on each side, we'll meet in a Baddha Konasana like this. Perfect. So in your Baddha Konasana, we want to have the forearms on the insides of the thighs here, however we're able to do that. So you could grab the ankles, you could place hands on the floor, really whatever is most comfortable. I'm going to have my hands on the shins, take a breath in, and now as I exhale, I'm trying to close my knees. Like if my forearms were here, it would just do this. But I'm going to press my forearms into my knees into my forearms, and just fight to hold this position. So kind of an isometric contraction will hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, let it relax. Just kind of fold forward. I think reaching the chest forward. You might notice after some of that engagement, you have a little more space. Now slowly we'll come back up, stay in your Baddha Konasana. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to move the hands to the other side. So now my hands are outside of the legs, right? Like underneath the knee. And I'm going to act the same way as if I wanted to use my forearms to close the knees, but I'm going to resist that by pressing my thighs into my forearms. You might get a little shake here. Feel this isometric contraction. Nice. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, little fold forward. You might pulse the legs, see how that feels. Rock side to side. Nice. All right, let's slowly bring the hands back in. Take a second where you can see, and I'll show us the last little mobility theme sequence we got here. Need a camera crew for all this. All right. So again, setup will be very similar. We're in downward facing dog. I'm going to lift the leg. Same thing, I'm coming forward to the elbow. This time, I'm going to pivot and extend the leg. So I'm hovering here, right? If you want, you can do some variations where you like reach the arm up and over, or basically working here. Then in this case, my left hand comes back down, and I'm working my way into a 3-legged dog. Okay. Once I'm in my 3-legged dog, I'm going to flip the side so you can see. I'm going to take my right hand, bring it about halfway down my mat. If you want, you can really get crazy with it and reach back to the left ankle. And then I'm trying to bring my right knee in towards my right shoulder and reach it back. So you might be here with the hand in the middle of the mat. If you really want to work the stability, it's right hand of the left ankle, left knee is coming in like this. Cool. So we're, whichever hand and foot are on the floor, it's the same. The leg that's up and overhead, that's the one we're gonna, it's basically a 2-pointed plank. Cool. Oh, nice. I love to see the dogs. Let's find our way into a downward facing dog. on your breath in, lift the right leg up. Exhale, right knee towards the right elbow. So same thing, you can tent the fingertips, spin that left heel down, and then extend that right leg out. One breath in here. On your exhale, bring the right knee back to the right elbow, set your left hand down, and extend the right leg up and back for your three-legged dog. Cool. So from here, you can shorten the stance a little bit, slide the left leg in. If you like, bring the right hand to the center of the mat, or maybe you reach back and grab the inside of the left ankle. We're going to bring that right knee in towards the right shoulder, and then extend it back. Good. One more time, right knee in. Extend it back. Awesome. Bring that right hand down so that it's next to the left. Set your left foot down. Same thing on the other side. So we inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, left knee towards the left elbow. Good. Same option to get light on the fingertips. Hover the right hand. One inhale. Exhale, pivot through. So outer edge of that right foot is down. Extend the left leg. We're here for the breath in. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Set the right hand down. Reach the left leg up and back. Good. From here, shorten the stance if you need to. Left hand can move towards the center of the mat or to the inside of the right ankle. One breath in here as you exhale, left knee toward the left shoulder. And extend it back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, extends the left leg. Exhale, left hand down, left foot down. Awesome. We'll move through one more time a little bit quicker, and then you'll have the opportunity to do it at your own pace. So inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right to right elbow. Drop the left heel down, extend that left leg. Maybe you reach the left arm up and overhead. Left hand comes down, right knee to right elbow. Extend that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. From here, right hand can move towards the center of the mat or the inside of the left ankle. Take a breath in. As you exhale, right knee towards the outside of the right shoulder. And then inhale, we extend it back. Good. One more time, bring it in. Extend it back. Nice. Right hand, right foot, return to the mat. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, left knee towards your left elbow. Good. Light on the fingertips. Maybe you hover. Drop the right heel down, swing it through. Same thing, you can reach that right arm up and over. One breath in as you exhale. Left knee, left elbow, right hand back to the mat. Reach your left leg up and towards the ceiling. Good. Now let the left hand slide in or reach back for the ankle. We inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, draw it in. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left hand comes down, left foot comes down. Nice. One more time on your own, add in what you like, skip what you don't. Nice, Nate. And when you finish this out, we'll meet in child's pose again, so no stress on that. Nice, Natasha, you got it. That's it. Again, take just a second in child's pose, let the breath slow down, take a moment here. All right. Again, let's take an inhale to our tabletop position. So those of you who have taken my classes in person before, we've done this. We're going to meet in a tabletop and work through like a little bit of a hip car variation. So shoulders are stacked over the hips. We want those nice strong arms again. And press the left shin down. Inhale to lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Good. Now, as you do this, notice if there's a tendency to collapse that low back. So we want to draw the ribs in like we're trying to lengthen through the low back. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, bring your right knee up high as you can towards the right shoulder. Good. Once we can't go any higher here, extend that heel out and away from you. And then lower the foot to tap the floor. Good. Inhale, we lift the leg, outer hip engages, and then rebend that knee, sweep it back where you started. We'll do two more like that. Right knee, right shoulder. Extend. Lower the foot. Lift it up. And then sweep it back. One more time. Right knee, right shoulder. Stay strong in the arms. Extend. Lower the foot. Lift it up. Reach it back. Good. From here, right knee comes down next to the left. And we're just switching sides. So recommit to your shape, arms are strong. Bring that left heel up towards the ceiling. And then take a moment to kind of press down through the top of the right foot. Use that to draw the ribs in. And then slowly left knee towards the left shoulder. Good. Leg extends. Lower the foot. Lift it up. Sweep it back. Good. Two more. Left knee in. Extend. Lower. Lift. Bring it back. Good. Last one here. Left knee, left shoulder. Extend the foot. Lower it down. Lift it up. Sweep it back. Good. Now bring the left knee down so that it's next to the right. Walk the knees through. Again, we'll find our way into a straddle variation. Cool. So not super important how wide the straddle is, but we want to extend out through the legs here. And then I'm going to walk my hands over to the left and really frame my left leg to start. So from here, I'm going to pulse forward, right, towards the left leg. And I'm just going to create this little half circle moving from side to side over the right leg and then bring it back. And you can kind of decide what the depth is here, where you want to go, right? Good. Once you're balanced side to side, so you come back to that left leg, we'll just come back through center and take more of a static stretch here. Again, noticing like, you might have a little bit more room after some of that dynamic work. So hands on the floor is a great option. You can bring the forearms down, chest can come to the floor, whatever's good. Maybe a little rocking to one hip and then the other. Right. Slowly we'll walk the hands back in. We'll close with two more little like mobility style exercises. So coming back to our 90-90 shape with the right leg in front. All right. So this one, depending on the hip mobility, if you're able to get into like a double pigeon, it may or may not be challenging. So I'll give us some variations. But I've got the right shin forward, and my left leg is in this 90-degree. So from here, I'm lifting my left leg off the ground, and I'm trying to bring it over and cross my left ankle on top of the right thigh. And then I'm bringing it back. Okay. It may look something like this and bringing it back. You may get here, right? We don't want to feel any knee pain. So if this left knee is high, you can place a block under it. You can kind of get a little rock going. Play with what works for you. But we're kind of going back and forth, just working left leg hovers, bring it around, cross it over. You might fold in, right? This is just an option. If it feels like a lot on the knee, just stay here, pulse out this left leg a couple times, and then swing it back. When that left shin sets down, think about rotating your left side forward a little bit. You might feel this in the outside of the hip. Nice. One more time, finish out your side, and then we'll switch. So the left leg is in front. Nice. There we go. So other side is exactly the same thing. We're still set up in that 90-90 position, right? I'm thinking about lengthening through the sides of the body. Hands are down to support me at first. And then I'm just going to come forward a little bit if I need to. Bring that right leg up, over, right? Side to side can be very different. That's fine. Fold in if you like. Stay up high, kind of bounce out the knee. And you don't have to get it day one. Really good. I didn't really give you a number, but when you feel like you're in a good spot, come back through and bring the legs out in front of us. All right. So legs are out in front, just like this. Hands are kind of by the sides. Take your right knee, bend it so that the right foot is in line with the left knee. And then from here, the knee that's bent, my right knee, I'm taking my right arm underneath. And then left arm's coming up and over. So I have this kind of leg lock thing going on. Now, from here, get tall through the spine, right? Think about getting on front of the sits bones. And then we're just inhaling to extend through the right leg. Exhale, we'll wave it back down. A couple times like that. Lift the leg, lower it down. You can point or flex. Notice maybe what it feels like to do each. Good. Now, next time we bring the leg up, hold it here. Cool. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to keep that leg where it is, but extend your arms. Think about continuing to lift the chest. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, set the right leg down. Next to the left. Shake it out, whatever we got to do in between sides. Nice. And then same thing on the other side. So let your left knee bend. Take the left forearm underneath the left thigh. I like to place the hand like right on my right bicep and then bring my right hand towards my left shoulder. So again, think tall out of the lower back, right heel stays down, and we're just inhaling to lift the left leg. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold that left leg. Keep it where it is. On your exhale, release the hands. Hold here. Good. We'll stay for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, set that left heel down. All right. Cool. Last bit. I'm going to take my hands like just inside my knees or just above my knees. So kind of like mid thigh. And then from here, I'm bending my knees into this reverse tabletop. Cool. So if this feels like enough, right, and I'm going to sit up tall, we can stay like this, or maybe reach for the heels, grab them from underneath. Good. Take a breath in again. We lift the chest, and as you exhale, start to extend the legs. Just make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to like roll into. Good. Holding here for 3, for 2, for 1. As you exhale, release the hands. Hold it. 3. Sorry. 2, 1. Exhale. Lower down slow. Legs extend. Arms reach up and overhead. Let the breath slow down for a second. That's it for the hard work. Good. Take an inhale. Hug both knees in towards your chest. If you like a happy baby or some other variation, you could catch the outer edges of the feet. We've got a lot of space in the hips right now. And now slowly bring the knees in towards the chest, both of them, but keep the right knee hugged in and extend your left leg long. One full breath in here. On your exhale, left hand is on the outside of the right knee. Drop your right knee over to the left and look over your right shoulder. Resetting the spine a little bit, letting the breath slow down. Nice. Next breath in, we'll come back through center slow. Feel both sides of your lower back. Kind of ground down into the mat. Hug both knees into the chest. Find some gentle movement if you like from side to side. It can feel good to kind of circle with the knees. And now left knee is hugged in. Extend long through the right leg. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, just drop the left knee over to the right, looking over the left shoulder. When you're ready, slowly make your way back through center one final time. Eventually, you can let the feet extend to the corner edges of the mat or any position that's comfortable. We'll take a little mini shavasana here, so let the body slow down, let all that kind of integrate. Back of the head relaxes gently down into the mat. If you're holding on to anything in the physical body, just let the body take up space. Try to let go of anything. Let these next few minutes be for you.